Hello, grade 5, and welcome to session 3 of our lesson, which is the representation of decimal numbers. Today, we are going to learn about a new idea, which is how to write a decimal number as a fraction. Decimals can be written as fractions with denominator 10, 100, or 1000. Example: 0.5 can be written as 5/10. 0.34 can be written as 34/100. Are these two numbers, or this decimal number and this fraction, the same? Yes, they are. This is 5/10, and this one is 5/10, which is read as 5/10. So they are the same. Similarly here, this can be read as 0 and 34/100 or 34/100. And this one is 34/100, which can be read as 34/100. So they are the same. Now we are going to learn how to convert this decimal number to a fraction. Let's take a look at the steps. Step 1, we obtain the decimal. Look at the decimal. Step 2, remove the decimal point from the given decimal and take it as a numerator. So we remove the decimal point and take the number and put it in the numerator as we did here. Step 3, what to do in the denominator? At the same time, we write in the denominator as many zeros to the right here, as there are number of digits in the decimal part. Look here, how many digits do I have in the decimal part? One digit, so we put 10. So it will be 5/10. Okay, here I have one digit, here I put 10. Similarly here, I put 34 in the numerator, and the denominator we have two digits in the decimal part, so we put 34/100. We put 2 zeros. Let's make an application. Write the following decimal numbers in the form of decimal fractions. First step, look at the decimal number. Second step, remove the decimal point and the zero. This one will be unnecessary zero to the left. So it will be 15/1, 2. We put 2 zeros, so 15/100. Or we can think about it in another way. Let's read it. It's 15/100. So directly you can write it as 15/100. Okay, here remove the decimal point. So it will be 8/1/2/100. So it will be 800. Or let's read it from here. This is tenth, this is hundredth. So it's 800th. You can write it directly as 8/100. Oh, look here. Look at the decimal point. This is the first step. Second step, remove the decimal point. I'm going to hide it and write the number in the numerator. So it will be 1453. What to put in the denominator? How many digits do I have in the decimal part? I have one digit in the decimal part, so I put 10. So it will be 1453/10. Okay? And the last digit, it's 0.4. Remove the decimal point, it will be 4, and we have one digit in the decimal part, so it will be 4/10. And you can write it as you like in another way directly. Read it here, 4/10. You can write here directly 4/10. So as you can see, we have two ways to convert a decimal number to a fraction. And fractions also can be written as decimal numbers. Examples: 14 over 10 can be written as 1.4. 725 over 100 can be written as 7.25. So, how did I write the decimal fraction as a decimal number? Look at the following steps. Take the given fractions numerator. This is the numerator, which is 14. Then mark the decimal point. I want to put the decimal point after how many digits? After one digit if the denominator is 10. After two digits to the left if the denominator is 100. After three digits to the left if the denominator is 1000. As we did here, look, this is the decimal number, which is 14. We put it here and we enter the decimal point one digit to the left. Why? Because I have 10. Okay, so it will be 1 and 4/10. Here I have how many zeros? 1, 2. So we enter the decimal points 2 digits to the left, so it will be 7.25. Let's make an application. Write the following decimal fractions in the form of decimal numbers. So as we said, take the numerator, write it here, which will be 135, and enter the decimal point depending on the number of zeros. 10, so we enter it one digit. So it will be 13.5. Similarly here, how many zeros do I have? 2 zeros. So we enter the decimal point, one digit, two digit, so it will be here. I don't write 0.17, I put 0.17. So it will be 1700ths, which assure this fraction. Look at the third one, 1998 over 100. How many zeros? 1, 2. The zeros tell me the number of the decimal digits in the decimal part. Okay? So I will repeat, the number of zeros will tell me the number of digits in the decimal part. I have 2 zeros, so I have 2 digits in the decimal part, so I place the point here. So it will be 19.98. Now look at the last example. I have 4 over 100. You can directly read it as 400th. So you can write it directly as 400th. It means it's in the second digit after the decimal point, and we put here a 0. Or you can solve it in this way. I have 1, 2 zeros. So I have 2 digits in the decimal part. So I write it in a form like 0.04. I will get the same answer. Here I put 0 in the empty space and I put 0 before the decimal point. By this, we finished our session. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.